So you're looking for a big bang for your buck, sub $20 bourbon? Let's take a look at that today on the My Bourbon Journey Whiskey Review channel. Let's do this. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're new here, consider subscribing. So today we're going to be taking a look at a big bang for your buck, sub $20 bourbons. Now this is kind of an interesting one. So this isn't where there's a lot of these, so I tried to highlight as much as I possibly could bourbons that you would have no issue with sipping on, or something that you're just looking for a really nice solid value bourbon. So I'm going to start out with first a couple of honorable mentions. First one is not a bourbon at all, but I have to throw this guy in there, Mellow Corn. So this is a corn whiskey, I believe coming in at right around 80% corn, and the other remaining grains I think are either going to be malted barley or rye or something along those lines. But again, this is by far sub $20, maybe in that $12 to $14 range. It's fun, it's interesting, it's a different profile. So if it's something that you're looking for and you haven't tried this, you know, give a corn whiskey a try. It's sweet, a lot of buttered popcorn type of flavors, sweet, a little more kind of cotton candies, things along those lines, candy corn, you might sometimes pick up on this. Really fun whiskey, again, Mellow Corn from Heaven Hill. Next up, honorable mention, Heaven Hill Green Label 6-year. I know this is going to be one that's not always easy to find. If you're in the Kentucky area and you sometimes or somehow run across these, you know, you're going to find these for now sub $20, maybe anywhere from 13 to 16, maybe upwards of $20 depending on the store that's selling them. But again, it's a great everyday 90 proof, you know, sub $20 bourbon, and they're all going away. I know Heaven Hill has started to kind of slowly, you know, back off from these. But again, if this is something that you can find, definitely give both of those a try. So, all right, let's go ahead and kind of get into, again, these are all going to be sub $20, give or take. There might be a plus minus of $2 or $3 one way or another, but I wanted to try to highlight some bourbons that are right at or around that $20 price point. First up, let's go with Wild Turkey 101. So this guy for me comes in right around $21, $22. So I figured this would fall within that kind of plus or minus $20 range. And I wanted to highlight this. I mean, this is tried and true. This is everywhere. So you shouldn't have any issue whatsoever going to the grocery store or your local liquor store and finding this at or right around that $20 price point for a $7.50. I know they offer it, I believe, in either a liter and or 1.75 for not a whole lot. So it becomes a really big bang for your buck, $20-ish bourbon, Wild Turkey 101. Next up, Evan Williams 1783. Again, when they redid this kind of whole lineup, different bottling, great bourbon, 90 proof bourbon, really nice sipper. Again, it offers a little bit of that kind of Heaven Hill profile, slight nuttiness on it, but again, nice caramels, vanillas, you know, and again, at sub $20, I think this falls right within that great, you know, bang for your buck kind of bourbon. And I think you'll see it if you kind of dive into it. You know, again, some of these are going to be ones that maybe you've tried, maybe you haven't, but again, at or around $20, give the new 1783 Evan Williams a try. I think you'll really appreciate it. So next up, Cooper's Craft. So this is a Brown Forman or Old Forester product. This is the Cooper's Craft. This is on the lower proof side. But what I wanted to emphasize on this guy is the fact that, again, it's going to be a sub or right around that $20 price point. This offers those really nice kind of still darker fruits, brown sugars, nice vanillas, nice caramels, even at 82.2 or 82.3 proof. It offers, I think, a big bang for your buck. It's got a really nice flavor profile and one that I think is very pleasing to a lot of people. So, you know, even though it's lower proof, I wouldn't sleep on it. I think it offers a really big bang for your buck. And if you can find the Cooper's Craft 82.2 or 82.3 proof bourbon, do not hesitate. I think it's great, especially if you're looking for not only bang for your buck, but maybe something that's lower proof that you're trying to introduce a friend or you're getting into bourbon. Give the Cooper's Craft the 82.2. I think you'll really, really appreciate it. So this guy comes in at, this is the 175. This one will be slightly above $20, but again, you can find these in the 750s for definitely sub $20. This is the JTS Brown Bottled in Bond, 100 proof, great bourbon. I think one that gets a little overlooked. It's become much more available. Used to be a Kentucky only release. I don't believe the Bottled in Bond or 100 proof is anymore. I was able to find the other day at the liquor store, or saw there was a 750. It was sub 20. I knew I had one of these, so I kind of threw this in there. But again, if you're looking for a 175 of it, this is gonna be just slightly above that $20 price point. So again, big bang for your buck, great flavor profile, lots of vanillas, caramels, honey on that one, so nice spice to it. So I think, again, bang for your buck, sub $20 bourbon. There you go, great bourbon. So last but not least, this is the very old Barton. Again, for me, these are all gonna fall again within that big bang for your buck price point. So the very old Barton, 100 proof, Bottled in Bond, great bourbon. I think for a daily sipper, really all of these fall within that category. Have no issue with sipping on any of these. The very old Barton, 100 proof, Bottled in Bond, you just can't go wrong with it. Again, nice flavor profile, nice spice. Again, very consistent with a lot of these, the rich caramels, vanillas, things along those lines. All of them are gonna have their own individual profile, so you have to kind of dive into each one of these, maybe find which one you prefer. But if you see one or both or some of these at the liquor store, do not hesitate to pick up any or all of these. I think anything at or sub $20 in this range for what it is you're getting, I think these punch well above that $20 price point. So there you have it. If again you're looking for that, big bang for your buck, sub $20 bourbon, you can't go wrong with any of these whatsoever. So hopefully that helps. If you had any of these or were looking for some of these, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on some of these, and if they're ones that you go to on a daily basis, or kind of if you're getting into bourbon and this is a category that you were looking to see, what may fall in that range for sub or right around $20. Again, you can't go wrong with any of these. So everybody, thank you so much for tuning into another one of my videos. Greatly appreciate all of that. Again, hopefully this really helped you out if you were looking for that sub $20 bourbon. So if you'd like to follow me, you can on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all of those places at My Bourbon Journey. If you'd like to help support the channel, you can through my Patreon page, which I'll have linked in the description below. In addition to that, it also allows you to become part of the Mash and Journey Whiskey Club, where myself and Jason do picks with other people, bring those to the Patreon community and try to share that as much as possible. Have kind of really built a nice family from that standpoint as well. So there you have it. Big bang for your buck, sub $20 bourbons. Hopefully that helps you. And remember, it's about the journey and not the destination. Cheers, guys.